today. I know this is all unexpected, but here I am out at Starbase. And instead of showing you my ugly mug, well, first of all, let's confirm that I can be heard. I'm talking to you on this little lavalier mic. The wind here is insane. I'm hoping that this little mic and the windsock it has on it provides at least some protection from the wind. But if you guys can hear me, please let me know. Hello, hope everybody's doing well. Thanks again for checking in. Once again, please confirm that you can hear me. Sound is bad? Yeah, I kind of figured that might be the case. There's a lot of wind out here today, and this little lavalier mic may not be the best. So I'm just going to turn this around because I'm going to show you what I have here. Let's go ahead and get things turned around. So here we go. Hope everybody's doing well today, by the way. So yeah, crazy intense wind today, and again using a little lavalier mic to try and make a difference. If I get in the car, you guys aren't going to be able to see anything. So that is the problem. You won't be able to see a damn thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I'm looking at. As you can see, God, the wind is absolutely insane. Yeah, turn down the volume a bit, I guess. That's all I can say, guys. Turn down the volume, and we are going to go look. Yes, that's correct. I'm going to be looking for heat tiles. And I'm thinking I'm going to go over here, actually. You know, I'm going to go ahead and swap out. Hold on just one second. Is this any different, what you're hearing right now? I just switched. I have a muffler on the mic, believe it or not, on the little lavalier, and it's still not doing any good. Is this improving? Okay. All right, so yeah, that little lavalier obviously did not do the trick. Obviously, that was a piece of garbage. So we're going to go ahead. This still is not going to be good, just so you know. This, and also I've kind of stepped down out of the wind a little bit. So, hey, how's it going? So, anyway, yeah, the audio is going to be rough, but I'm just going to show you what I got out here. I'm out at Starbase, and I'm going to be looking for heat tiles. Yeah, where's everybody checking in from? We have over 100 people watching right now. I appreciate that. So I'm just going to go. All I can say is, guys, hang in there on the audio. I turned down the volume a little bit. And we're just going to go and have a look at Louisiana. Hello Huntsville. Hello California. And hello Norway, London, France. Hello Australia. Up we have little lizard. I don't know if you guys saw the lizard. So this is roughly what I'm following here is roughly the path that Starship had to take. And of course, there's the pad over there. This is roughly the pathway that Starship had to take in order to get off the pad and head away from Mexico rather than towards Mexico. And so we are doing a little searching around because what was said is that there were tons. Hello Tennessee, thanks for checking in today. Hello Florida, hello New York. Wow, what's this thing down here? I'm pretty sure this isn't anything, but always good to check out everything here. No, this is nothing. Wow. Definitely metallic, but hello Atlanta, thanks for checking in. Hello Michigan. So yes, we are looking for heat tiles, and I've gone off the usual path, the usual like trail where people wander around, and this is kind of the area where Starship would have flown over during its trajectory, during the path that it took while it's on its way out over the ocean. And of course, it's also possible that we could stumble across something on the beach too. What was said, what was reported is that quite a few heat tiles fell off of this thing, off of the orbiter while it was on its way up. And some people claim that they have found things. All I'm finding are beer cans. So I figured, why not? This is my last day here. Let's go have a look around and see if we can stumble across something. You never know what you're gonna run into. Yeah, a drone would be nice, but that is interesting. I haven't seen any drones around here. Of course, I think this is a drone restricted area. There are still, as you can see, still pieces of concrete from the previous launch attempt. Some of that stuff is still around. Yeah, sorry guys, it is most probably, like I say, the wind here is rough. I had a Langolier mic and it was covered, so I thought that it would work, and it was horrific. And so I decided, well, let's go ahead and try it without the Langolier, just the normal mic on the cell phone, and oh my god, that's even worse. So let's see here. So far, no luck, but that's to be expected. This area gets picked over very thoroughly by treasure hunters all the time. But this is indeed where we would expect. Yeah, I've kind of stepped a little bit into a sheltered area, a little bit out of the wind, but it's going to be miserable, and I knew that while I was coming out. I was hoping that little mic I got would work, but unfortunately, just not quite measuring up. So, but we can go on a little hunt. So you can see, still pretty close to the launch pad. And it's a sort of area where you might expect to find something, and who knows if it gets mixed in with garbage or something. By the way, this is atrocious. Really atrocious to see the garbage and general disrespect for this beach. It's ugly, I must say, and I have no idea. I'd like to think that it's not SpaceX fans who do this sort of thing. Generally, in my experience, they aren't this way. I like to think that this is just kids coming out here to party or whatever. But you never can tell. So I'm getting towards the beach. Of course, once I'm out on the beach, it's going to be louder than hell. But so far, not seeing any evidence of anything. Here's another piece of concrete from the previous launch. Again, we're a considerable distance, getting further away from the pad. Ooh, check it out. I think this is something I'll take home with me. Or maybe we'll do a giveaway on this, huh? What do you guys think? Any guys interested in maybe doing a giveaway on this piece of launch pad? Maybe we could do something like that. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring this with me, and I'm going to figure out some sort of giveaway we can do in the future on it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Once again, guys, no sign of anything yet. It's to be expected. Once again, people pick over this area very thoroughly. Beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it is a lovely beach area. Yeah, and you can see there's people out here picking over the stuff on the beach. Yeah, I think I'm going to head out there, even though it's going to be super loud for you guys. Heat tiles washing up on the beach is something that happens periodically. So we're going to go have a look, because there aren't a lot of people out here searching. It's a family, things, but not a lot. So if we have things being newly washed up, then we need something. We might be able to run into something here. Insane, my God. It is a blustery day on the beach. Coverage is breaking up. Yeah, I think I'm stepping too far away from the signal. Let me retrace my steps. Heading back the other direction, where the noise is going to be insane. But I'm stepping closer to where we're going to get signal. So we shall see. As you can see from the way what I was hoping to do is to see if there's anything actually on the beach to be found, because this is how sometimes these heat tiles end up. But you know, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find anything out there, and it's insanely windy, which is going to just completely destroy what little audio we have. You're quite welcome. Like I say, just wanted to try to bring you guys something from the Launchpad before I headed back to Houston today. I'm on my way back to Houston. I'm going to go back to Johnson Space Center and here you go. So I'm going to head back to Johnson Space Center and have a look at any new displays that might be up there. Be interested to see what they've got in the mock-up room now that all the HLS contracts have changed. And left? Sure, why not? I'll go left. Unfortunately, all I'm finding are boxes and stuff. This place is just covered in garbage up here on the dunes. It is really upsetting, actually, to see just how messed up all this stuff is. It's very troubling to see just how much people trash this area. Just unacceptable. Yeah, just can't help but wonder. Oh yeah, definitely. I've seen that Falcon 9 booster in Houston a couple of times. I guess I'll get a selfie this time. I don't do a lot of selfies, I guess. Usually the selfies that I get are selfies that are taken with viewers. Once again, just disappointing to see all this garbage. Ugh. Just wonder why things get this trashed. You know what? I'll make an announcement let's go ahead and count on my next weekend live stream. So in other words, this coming Sunday, I'll be in Colorado at that point. And this coming Sunday, we'll go ahead watching from Beirut. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. So, yeah, this coming Sunday, this weekend, we'll go ahead and do some kind of giveaway contest on the on this bit of Launchpad. Once again, this is what I retrieved, and I've got one myself, so why not? Let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Once again, I'm a bit disappointed that we aren't coming across anything except a lot of garbage. Once again, we'll get into another elevated spot. Pretty sure that this would be off the beaten path where those heat tiles might have been plummeting off, but at the same time that rocket was moving, heat tiles might have been flying off in God knows what direction. So it's worth it to have a quick look around, see if anything crops up. Chopstick looks symmetrical against the tower. Yeah, I'll see if I can do that when I backtrack. Give you a symmetrical look, or I'll take a photo too. By the way, at the Launchpad, I'll tell you, it looks so good. You know, maybe some minor, very minor damage. Overall, it's all in great shape. Super impressed with how well that water-cooled plate did its job. It was very, very good piece of engineering. It's standing up against a ridiculous amount of thrust, and the fact that it held up so well, very impressive. SpaceX engineers should be incredibly proud of themselves right now. Yeah, there we go. But I'll tell you, I've been kind of up close to the pad, or a lot closer than we are now. I've taken some very serious close-ups. There was there were a lot of workers up there who were building a scaffolding at the time yesterday. For what purpose, I'm not sure. You know, there's evidence of a little bit of minor stuff here and there, but really it looks better than the Launchpad where SLS lifted off. Looks like that it stood up to Starship's full thrust better than the Launchpad for SLS. So a huge step forward there, and therefore will make it far more likely that we're going to see an OFT very soon. Yeah, the wind again, I apologize guys, we've been talking about this during the broadcast. I had brought out a microphone that had a sock even on it, and it was worse, strangely enough, for everybody than just taking it out. So once again, I apologize. It's always an issue, especially when I'm traveling transatlantic and there's so many different pieces of equipment that I need to bring. It just gets hopelessly packed and just way too much stuff to be bringing on an airplane. And ultimately it creates a bit of a problem. So once again, I'm seeing no signs of any heat tiles or pieces of them. I mean, they could have been already gathered up, but they're pretty recognizable. They're pretty easy to pick out. So the reports of many heat tiles falling off, well, that could be the case, but either they were really quickly gathered up, or they just weren't falling off at all. I'm seeing no evidence of them whatsoever, and I've crisscrossed back and forth a lot over Starship's trajectory. Yeah, hot staging overall was quite impressive. The only potential issue, and once again, we don't know, I think that, I'm not 100% convinced that it didn't damage the booster and lead to the flight termination system going off, but it's becoming less likely the more that we learn about all this. It seems more like a propellant slosh issue or something else associated with the propulsion system, and as opposed to hot staging, which in some ways is not great news, because if it is a problem with propellant slosh or some other more fundamental design issue, the next rockets that are going to launch, those rockets are already built, so only minor modifications can be made to them. So if there is some sort of significant problem, with how the pumps or the propellant slosh or whatever, it may be that they can't implement corrections on at least the next one or two Starship launches that take place. Can't say that for certain, of course. In some ways, I guess that's why I've been kind of hoping that hot staging was the problem, because that's easily rectified. Either you work on the hot staging or you just don't use it. So Elon said the next launch is 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. No, I don't think so. We've got a mishap report filed with the FAA. They're going to want to know all the details. And there's no way we're going to see a launch until next year. However, I do feel very confident that we're going to see a launch way sooner than we saw this time around. So that's all very good. Again, nothing except hunks of concrete. Vulcan and Starship launch on Christmas, boy. Yeah, that would be interesting if you had both going at the same time. Maybe. I mean, I would say that there's a good possibility that, technically SpaceX could launch again by then, but are they going to be able to launch again and implement any corrective actions, any fixes? Because obviously there is a problem. Obviously there is a problem with the vehicle. Those problems need to be rectified. You're not going to rectify those issues overnight. So it's going to take a little while, but I don't think it's going to be way faster than last time. So, and that's a positive thing indeed. All right. Oh, somebody wanted to look at let's try to give you a little bit of the chopsticks and all that, a bit of a glance at it. Yes, the red Tesla's mine. Rented anyway. Can't say that it's mine. Neat stuff, by the way. It continues to be a really cool experience to drive a Tesla. Really enjoy that experience in a big way. And I'm going to go kind of close. I'm going to cut in this way instead of the direction that people usually go to see if there might be something here. Ellie in space, by the way, she did find a sizable component from the Launchpad almost immediately after the launch took place. So all of that was something, obviously there was, it took something of a toll on the pad. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit for you guys. There you go. And just to be clear, Elon is not an engineer at all. I mean, he's the guy in charge, but Gwen Shotwell is an engineer. And obviously you have people like Gerstenmaier who are also extremely experienced NASA engineers. So you've got definitely some amazing talent over at SpaceX. And those are the people who are generally going to make these things happen. So, once again, not seeing, I would say the best chance for finding debris in the future is going to be when they start bringing the booster in for landing or for a catch maneuver. Probably we're going to have a couple of boosters blowing up. BJ, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that, by the way. You guys' support is what made all of this possible, because I'll tell you, my finances were not going to bring me out here. So the fact that you guys were so supportive, that is what brought me out here. So once again, I'm holding the line inside where these signs are, and we've got still leftover concrete from the previous launch. Give you another bit of a closer look. February 2024, I would say that's a good estimate. January or February. I would say that's a good estimate for the FAA to complete the mishap investigation and all that. And I think that ought to work out pretty well. I mean, we need to get to a point, obviously, to where there are no mishap reports being filed. I think that's a very important thing. Until we have no mishap reports being filed, the FAA is going to do an extensive investigation. They're going to ask, okay, what caused this? Why do we have issues? That sort of thing. Graham, thank you so much for the 20 quid. Really do appreciate that. Really, really appreciate it. So, and man, I'll tell you, as you can see right in front here, yes, please like, by the way, guys, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like this video. I know the audio sucks, and has issues in that regard. Every time I come out here, there's always some piece of equipment that I wish I had, and I don't have. And it is largely your support that makes it possible for me to upgrade, for me to improve what I have in place. So, really appreciate everybody's help, and the fact that you're tuning in also makes a big difference, obviously. Well, guys, I am seeing no evidence of anything in the area, but again, it's interesting to see that we don't have much in the way of personnel up on the tower. There were some people on the OLM yesterday doing some work and putting up a scaffolding, which you're looking at right now. That scaffolding is up at this point, or railing or whatever that is that they put up there. But we've seen the water-cooled plate, much of which is being hidden under a blue tarp. But nevertheless, it's like scorched and things, but it appears that the water-cooled plate made it really, really well through the entire experience. We had no real issues whatsoever. Why are the sticks open? You know, that's a good question. I would say that they probably need to do a thorough investigation of, an inspection of the entire OLM and the entire tower before they're going to move stuff around, because it's difficult to say what sort of damage it may have sustained in the process. But it is interesting, to see the chopsticks open, because that is seldom the case, even immediately after a launch. But then again, we're in uncharted waters, uncharted territory here, as this test campaign continues with Starship. So we're going to keep seeing new processes, probably changes and adjustments in the way they do things. And now we have somebody with a blower really making a racket, adding to the craziness. But in any event, I just wanted to take a look around, show you guys what the pad looks like post-launch, give you an idea of the state of the circumstances out here right now. And so far, I'll tell you, my impression this time around is so much better than the last time. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about where Starship is at the moment, and how things are likely to go in the future. All of that is very exciting indeed. So, if you compare, it's at 100% improvement from the last time we had a launch, because, the last time with the enormous amount of damage, debris, the rocket getting beaten all to hell before it could get off the pad, etc. So, all of you guys saw it. So this time around, we got a situation that is much, much better. So I'm super excited about what is likely going to happen again in the future. So thanks very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you joining me today here at Boca Chica. I'm on my way to Houston right now, and I'm going to be going to Johnson Space Center, bringing you some content from there. So in the meantime, guys, please like, please subscribe. Thanks for your support, and as always, stay angry about space.